Good afternoon and welcome, everyone. I am Claudia Merrill, the CEO, founder, and artistic director of the Grace City Opera Theater. Let me tell you just a little bit about what we do. The Grace City Opera Theater is a 501c3 nonprofit organization vested in the education, performance, and masterworks of African American and African descent classical composers. Our goal is to promote, perform the works of African American and African descent classical composers, and to further keep those masterworks of these composers in the mainstream of classical music. One of our goals is to develop and educate and provide opportunities for African American artists, vocalists, instrumentalists, composers and writers, and directors to present their work as well as to perform the works of the founding African American and African descent classical composers of earlier centuries. Further, it is the goal of the Grace City Opera Theater to educate the community at large about classical music and its origins in African culture. We have several programs that we offer, which you will hear about a little bit later, but let me just give you a taste of some of them. We have our Young Artists Program, which is a program that provides a venue for aspiring artists, the opportunity to perform their symphonic works, the opportunity to sing, and we also provide an internship program and masterclass program so that the young artists can participate in. Music as a Healer, another division of our organization, which provides healing music to nursing homes, community organizations, and to schools at large, and to the world, actually, because we're able to do this virtually. Music as a Healer is a program that came out of one of our other organizations and combined itself with the Grace City Opera Theater to be able to provide healing music as a way of releasing stress, a way of coping with everyday problems, and also a way of relaxing you and lowering your blood pressure, heart rate, and allowing you to just really smell the roses and enjoy life and relax. Our Musical Arts Enrichment Program, which is Opera Roots, offers the opportunity for young people, school age between 5 and 18, to learn about classical music, the genre itself, its history, and how it can affect them as they move forward in their career. Opera Roots, Create an Opera. This is a program that allows young people and older people at any age to learn all of the techniques and learn all of the mechanics of creating an opera. They're able to create their own opera and then actually perform it for the community. Tonight's program, our Pioneering African American Women, celebrating Women's History Month, celebrating the grand works of women in the community, as well as the grand works of the women who are musical artists and composers. This evening, you will hear a variety of music, classical music, all by African American and African descent classical composers. Keep in mind as you're listening that we have picked music that reflects the goals and dreams of each one of our awardees this evening. We certainly hope you enjoy what we're bringing to you, and we are certainly honored to be able to present these outstanding women who have done phenomenal work in this community with this award. This year will mark the first annual Women of Excellence Awards. And without further ado, I would like to turn the floor over to Miss Emily Brenneman, who will announce our first honoree, and she will also talk about the music that will come before the presentation of the awards. Enjoy.
Our first honoree is Anita Posey. As a native Detroiter, Anita fell in love with helping others as a young professional. Anita's early career as a public servant at Michigan's Department of Health and Human Services opened her eyes to the needs of others and instilled in her a passion to advocate for the marginalized, victimized, and abused. Anita's determination to help others is evidenced through her educational and professional training choices, including her sociology studies at the University of Michigan and Oakland County Community College. In her current role as program assistant at the HMIS team at the Homeless Action Network of Detroit, Anita works diligently to make a difference in the lives of the homeless. As a survivor of domestic violence and advocate for victims and survivors, Anita founded Beware, Battered Women's Awareness Reaching Everyone, an advocacy agency for victims and survivors of domestic violence. She speaks publicly to inform the public and authorities of the dangers of intimate partner violence and prevention. She also mentors women released from prison to assist them back into society and catch up with technology and systematic changes made in the 21st century. Our next musical selection reflects the goals and dreams of this honoree. Please enjoy Here's One by William Grant Still. Unfortunately, Anita couldn't be with us today, so the Grace City Opera Theater will be accepting her award on her behalf. And now I will move on to our next honoree and welcome back Claudia Merrill.
This next music that you're about to hear reflects everything about the next honoree. Please enjoy This Little Light of Mine, Hale Smith.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. All through the night, I'm gonna let it shine. All through the night, I'm gonna let it shine. All through the night, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
Our next honoree, Miss Betty Lane. Betty Lane is a native Detroiter who has the distinction of being the first American to win Le Premier Grand Prix in la Cour Internationale Champs et Toulouse, France. Many other awards have been bestowed upon her for her distinguished vocal aptitude, including the Marian Anderson and Sullivan Foundation Awards. Her New York recital debut at Carnegie Hall was quickly followed by her Carnegie Hall debut with David Randolph and the St. Cecilia Chorus and Orchestra. She has performed with major symphonies, opera companies, in recital halls throughout the United States, Europe, and South America. Her symphonic debut was with the Detroit Symphony Orchestra. The international symphonic debut with the Orchestre de Toulouse at the Ravel Festival in France. Operatic debut was at the Santa Fe Opera, international operatic debut with the Frankfurt Opera in Germany. Miss Lane can be heard in the role of Clara on the Grammy Award-winning RCA Victor original cast recording of the Houston Grand Opera's Broadway revival of Gershwin's Porgy and Bess. A graduate of the Juilliard School of Music, Spelman College, and Detroit Central High School. She has also earned certificates in voice from Accademia Tianga in Italy and the Ravel Academy in France. As a singing voice specialist and vocal health educator, she has served as an independent voice consultant for Detroit's Henry Ford Hospital Medical Center for the Performing Arts and the Ford Center for the Performing Arts, the Lakeshore Professional Voice Center in St. Clair Shores. Ms. Lane has taught as an adjunct professor of voice at Wayne State University for many years. She is a graduate of the Beaumont Hospital School of Yoga Therapy and a certified yoga therapist with the International Association of Yoga Therapists. Throughout the greater Detroit metro area, she has served at a number of senior and addiction recovery facilities as an emergency and movement practitioner of yoga and Qigong. Without further ado, I present the Lifetime Achievement Award, Women of Excellence, to Miss Betty Lane. And I turn over now the mic to Miss Betty Lane to accept her award. Congratulations.
I hope you can hear me.
Yes, we can.
Okay. I just want to say that I am thrilled and honored to receive this award. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. This is the award. And it says Pioneering African American Women, Women of Excellence Lifetime Achievement Award presented to Betty Lane, founder and president of Vocal Pathways, for outstanding achievement in voice and dedication to excellence in vocal music. The Grace City Opera Theater, March 28th, 2021. So I trust that you can see it. It will always have a place of honor in my house. And I thank you very, very, very much for giving me the opportunity. God has been good to me and allowed me to travel all over the world and perform and sing, and I am so grateful. So grateful. So I thank you, and I send you lots and lots and lots of peace and love.
Congratulations, Betty Lane, everyone. This next, our third honoree, will be presented by Ms. Chantel Brazil. However, before we present Chantal, please enjoy the music of Guide My Feet by Jackie Hairston. This particular piece speaks to every step of the journey that our next awardee has taken to bring the history of our contributions to classical music and African American and American history as well. So please enjoy Guide My Feet, Jacqueline Hairston. Chantal Brizette.
I'm hoping that everybody can hear me. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I feel so honored. First and foremost, I feel so blessed to have received and accepted this award, to be among this just pioneering African American women celebration of Women's Month. I never imagined that I would be a part of something so magnificent, so beyond me. And I am just blessed all the way. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so much for having me to have this award. And God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
And now Chantel Brazil will be presenting our third honoree, Mary Cardwell Dawson. Chantel.
Mary Lucinda Cardwell Dawson was a leader in the campaign to promote African American participation and appreciation of opera. Madame Dawson was born in 1896 in Madison, North Carolina, the second of six children. In the early 1900s, her family became part of the African American migration from the rural South to the urban North when they settled in Homestead, Pennsylvania, an industrial suburb in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Just like many African American singers, Madame Dawson began singing in her family's church. She graduated with degrees in both piano and voice from the New England Conservatory of Music in 1925 at the age of 31. At the time, she was the only African American in her class. After further studies in Chicago and New York, she married Walter Dawson, a master electrician, in 1927 and returned to Pittsburgh. For the next 14 years, Madame Dawson trained hundreds of young, improvised African Americans to sing opera and classical music. Her students included school children, laborers, and domestics who often bartered services for their lessons. She directed a 500 voice ensemble which won national awards in 1935 and 1937. In 1939, her students performed at the New York World's Fair. In 1940, Madame Dawson became president of the National Association of Negro Musicians, and the following year she founded the National Negro Opera Company, held in Pittsburgh in 1941. One of the organization's first victories involved Lillian Avanti, an established soprano in Europe who was repeatedly rejected by all-white opera companies in the United States. Avanti finally launched her U.S. career as Violetta in the 1943 NNOC production of La Traviata. Avanti performed on a floating stage in Washington, D.C. After her performance, Avanti would eventually join the New York Metropolitan Opera. The National Negro Opera Company provided similar opportunities for countless African American opera singers when few other options existed. Throughout the 1940s, Madame Dawson, along with the help of her former students, Ola Brees Caston Beckham and Peggy Pierce Freeman, presented highly acclaimed operas such as Aida, La Traviata, Il Trovatore, Carmen, and Faust. The production, Lunga, was composed by Black composer Clarence Cameron Wright and The Ordering of Moses by Black composer R. Nathaniel Dett. Against immense financial odds, but with dedicated volunteers, Madame Dawson mounted regular performance which introduced African American audiences to opera. She organized opera guilds in Baltimore, Chicago, Cleveland, Detroit, Washington, D.C., and New York. Her legacy continued in her students. Robert McFerrin was the first African American to perform with the Metropolitan Opera. His sons, Bobby, Ahmad, Jamal, and Napoleon Reed continue in their music industry in jazz and opera. Thomas Douglas, a Carnegie Hall professor, created the Neighborhood Opera Company here in Pittsburgh. Robert Pruitt, who taught at Pittsburgh's High School for the Creative and Performing Arts and was also one of the first Black performers for the Pittsburgh Opera. Demarius Cooper and Neil Hewley were performers with the Metropolitan Opera. Unfortunately, Madame Dawson suffered a fatal heart attack in 1962, and the National Negro Opera Company folded soon after. However, the NNOC's original home is on Frankstown Avenue and is currently a National Historical Site.
Thank you. And accepting the award for Mary Cardwell Dawson posthumously, Lifetime Achievement, is Miss Janae Solomon, who is the current owner of the National Negro Opera Company and also the founder of the campaign to raise money to restore it to its original luster. Miss Solomon?
Thank you, and thank you, Chantel, for that amazing history for Mary Cardwell Dawson, and thank you to Grace City Opera for honoring her. It's truly an honor to accept this award on her behalf. When the house was purchased to be restored, I never thought that I would be accepting an award on her behalf, but I'm truly grateful and blessed to be here today to continue the legacy that she started. I wanted to just thank the family of Mary Cardwell Dawson and everyone who is involved in restoring the National Negro Opera Company. Madame Dawson started that company to give people who did not have access to a main stage the training and access that they needed and deserved. And she was able to help many artists figure out and find who they were meant to be and get the training to discover who they are and share that talent with the world. When we restore the Opera House and start training again in that same space that Mary Cardwell Dawson started the National Negro Opera Company, we will give people access once again to a main stage to bless the world with their talent and their voice and everything that God has blessed them with to help our world be a better place. Thank you everyone for this award and for recognizing Mary Cardwell Dawson.
Thank you again. And now, our fourth honoree, one of our aspiring artists. Please enjoy Prayer. This is a reflection of everything that she dreams of, everything that she hopes to become, and every blessing that she hopes to bestow upon people with her beautiful voice. Prayer.
I ask you this, which way to go? I ask you this, which sin to bear, which crown to put upon my head. I do not know, our God, I do not I ask you this, which way to go? I which sin to bear, which crown to put upon my head. I do not know. Lord God, I do not know.
Before we go on, I want you to know that some of our honorees were from out of town. So I do have the award. I hope everyone can see it. This is for Mary Cardwell Dawson. And of course, we will be putting those in the mail for you tomorrow, so you will have them. And this award reads, Pioneering African American Women, Women of Excellence Lifetime Achievement Award, presented to Mary Cardwell Dawson, founder, National Negro Opera House, posthumously, for her dedication to excellence and opening doors for African Americans in classical music and opera. We thank you, and we are honored to present this award to you. So I hope everyone can see it. Awesome. All right. And now, Miss Chantel Brazil, an aspiring young artist, up and coming, and actually a Grammy Award winning artist for this last season of the Metropolitan Opera's production of Gershwin's Porgy and Bess. Soprano Chantel Brazil is known for the beauty, passion, and magnitude of her voice. She infuses spirit and artistry in every performance, whether art song or spirituals. Miss Brazil has coached with the internationally acclaimed soprano LaTonya Moore, and she was a participant in Angel Blues training studio. In 2021, Miss Brazil won second place in the semifinals of the Music International Grand Prix competition. She also won the Encouragement Award from the Metropolitan Opera National Council auditions in the Pittsburgh district. Miss Brazil won the incentive grant through SAS Performing Arts Company and Studio Incorporated. She has also been selected as a semifinalist in both the Harlem Opera Theater Vocal Competition and the Premier Opera Foundation and NYIOP International Vocal Competition and Virtual Casting Auditions of 2020. Miss Brazil was selected as a finalist in the 2020 Lyra New York International Vocal Competition and the Opera and Art Song Oratorio sections of the American Prize Vocal Competition. In 2020, Miss Brazil sang in the virtual performance of Handel's Messiah with the Jeremy Winston Chorale International. She was the featured soloist with the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra in the Lift Every Voice and Sing concert at Heinz Hall. In 2019, Miss Brazil made her Metropolitan Opera debut in the ensemble of the 2019-2020 Grammy Award-winning production of Gershwin's Porgy and Bess, and she performed in the chorus of the Jesse Norman Memorial held at the Metropolitan Opera. Miss Brazil's performance in the National Masterclass with the renowned coloratura Osceola Davis through the Living Heritage Foundation. She also sang in the masterclass with mezzo-sopranos Tashina Vaughn and Dr. Isola Jones through the SAS Performing Arts Company and Studio Incorporated. Chantal is a native of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and sings at local performance venues in the area. One of her many, many goals and dreams are to heal and bless others with her voice and to have them feel the presence of God no matter what language she performs in. with any piece she sings and on any and every stage she sings on, whether it be local or international. She thinks it is important to uplift others because she herself was uplifted and encouraged as she pursued her goals. Just like the door was opened for Chantal, the door is also open for others. And she wants to provide the same open door for those who have similar goals and ambitions. It is important to keep a positive outlook on whatever you do because it makes you happy and fulfilled. I believe that if you put God first in everything you do and continue to work on your dream, He will open the doors for you that no one can shut. All things are possible. I present the Women of Excellence Aspiring Artists Award to Ms. Chantal Brazil for your dedication and pioneering work in opera. And I hope that everyone can see the award. And now we'll hear from Chantal.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much once again. It truly is a blessing to see and know that I have such a great award. Thank you to Miss Claudia Merrill. Thank you to Grace City Opera Theater. Thank you to the owner of the National Negro Opera House, Janae Solomon, for allowing me to be a part of this magnificent campaign. Thank you to those who came before me, to Miss Betty Lane, and to everybody before. To be part of something spectacular is a blessing in itself. And I pray that God continues to bless you all. Thank you so much.
And without further ado, we will turn the floor over to Miss Emily Brenneman.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Oops. Oh, all right. Our next musical piece is a reflection of the dreams and goals of our next honoree. Please enjoy Night by Florence Price.
Night comes, a Madonna clad in scented blood. And deep her eyes, she lights her stars. And turns to where beneath her silver lamp the moon upon a couch of shadow lies. A dreamy child. The weary day.
Our next honoree, Michelle Smart, is the founder of Bags to Butterflies. Michelle's roots have been planted in Detroit since she was a young girl. Growing up in Detroit's North End neighborhood, she has always had a desire to give back to the community in which she lived. 5 years ago, Michelle founded Bags to Butterflies, a Detroit social enterprise that empowers formerly incarcerated women with transitional employment, resources, and a wonderful caring network to assist the ladies on their journey to success immediately upon their return to the community from incarceration. The concept of empowering women returning home from prison began in 2014 when the daughter of a close friend was incarcerated. As a result, Bags to Butterflies became the impetus for offering formerly incarcerated women resources to help them better their lives. The organization is creating jobs in Detroit using a very common women's accessory, a handbag. The homemade handbags are manufactured using repurposed wood. The hands-on approach for the handbag production is used to demonstrate how something or someone deemed to have no value can be transformed into something new and beautiful. The ladies are shown how that same transformation can take place in their lives. Michelle is also a stained and fused glass artist. In 2007, she was commissioned by the Michigan Hispanic Chamber of Commerce to design the 2007 Legacy Awards. She was the first African American to have such an honor. The prestigious awards were presented to 14 local individuals and businesses, including Chrysler LLC, Kellogg, and Comerica Bank. Michelle's professional career spanned over 20 years in corporate communications at Ford Motor Company, where she communicated the company's business and objectives to hourly and salaried employees through oh my goodness gracious me, I'm so sorry. Strategic internal channels. Apologies for the mess up. We present an award today to Michelle Smart, and I turn the mic over to you.
I'm just unmuting myself. Thank you so much. We sincerely appreciate being recognized for our efforts to make a difference in the lives of others. Like I said, our organization empowers formerly incarcerated women with transitional employment. A lot of these women, while they were incarcerated, they were actually part of a chorus. So they are totally familiar with opera and singing and performing and all of that. So we are truly honored. And thank you, Grace City Opera Theater, for recognizing our efforts. And I'll make sure to share these awards with the ladies tomorrow. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Our next, oh my goodness, the next musical selection reflects the goals and dreams of our next honoree. And for a personal note, this honoree has a very special place in my heart, so I'm very excited to present her this award and to share this music. Our next honoree, Claudia Merrill. Oh, hold on. Our next honoree, Claudia Merrill, is the founder and artistic director of the Grace City Opera Theater. Claudia has performed all over the United States and Europe singing opera and performing as a concert artist. After making her debut at Carnegie Hall singing John Rutter's Requiem with the New England Symphony, she then went to become the first African-American principal soprano for the Las Vegas City Opera. Claudia has performed several roles and has performed at the Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts, Michigan Opera Theater, Nevada Opera Theater, Nevada Grand Opera, and Ann Arbor Opera Theater. In addition to her opera work, Claudia has performed as a solo artist in Handel's Messiah, Far Requiem, Du Bois' Seven Last Words of Christ, John Rutter's Requiem, Mozart's Magnifique, Vivaldi's Gloria, Mendelssohn's Elijah, John Carter's Cantata, Joseph Joubert's O Glory, oh my goodness, Misa Luba, and many others. Miss Merrill is a graduate of Detroit Public Schools, University of Detroit Mercy, and Wayne State University, with further music and opera studies at Marygrove College. Miss Merrill founded Soprano Expressions in 2015 and the Grace City Opera Theater in 2016. The Grace City Opera Theater is a 501c3 nonprofit organization committed to the preservation, education, and performance of the works of African American and African descent classical composers and artists. And Claudia Merrill, a little personal, she has been a fantastic mentor towards me, and I am very honored to present you an award today. And I turn the mic over to you.
Thank you very much. Oh my goodness. I didn't want that award, did I? Thank you very much. I'm very honored to receive the award. I'm very honored to be actually able to live my dream. I think it's a privilege. I think it's important that people know the history of classical music. I think it's important that our African American and African descent classical composers are recognized and recognized all the way back in the centuries for everything that they have done. So I am absolutely honored and privileged to receive this award. I absolutely am going to continue the work that I'm doing. I want more and more people to know the history and to enjoy some of the most beautiful music in the world. Thank you so much, Emily. I am really full. I had no idea what impact I had on you, but I'm very full and I'm very honored. And I thank you. I thank you. I thank you so much for this award. And I'm going to continue the work. And of course, staying positive in life keeps everything good coming to you. And absolutely, we do nothing without God. I'm a true believer in that. And it's God that brought me here. So I thank you.
Our closing piece for this award show will be Ballad of the Brown King by Margaret Bonds.
Of the three wise men who came to the king, one was a brown man, so they sing. the three wise men who followed the star, one was a brown king from afar. One was a brown king from afar. One was a brown king followed the star. One was a brown red sword received. One was a brown king followed the star.
Thank you all for joining us today, and thank you to all of our honorees. We will absolutely be doing this on an annual basis, and we certainly hope that you will be a part of our celebration next year as well. And now we're going to hear a little bit about the programs of the Grace City Opera Theater and how anyone who wants to can support our work and our mission. So I will turn it over to Miss Emily Brenneman.
All right. So the Grace City Opera Theater is a 501c3 nonprofit. How we can continue to bring forth concerts, operas, interviews, award shows is through donations from our audiences and sponsors to our programs. For donation, you can go to our website, www.gracecityopera.org. Oh my goodness, gracecityoperatheater.org. I'm so sorry. Our programs include the Artist Program that provides a venue and opportunities for aspiring artists to perform symphonic works, art songs, oratorios, opera, theater, and composition. The point of this Artist Program is to train, develop, and provide internship and masterclass learning in order to improve and become a well-seasoned artist. Other programs include Music as a Healer, the Opera Roots program, which is a children's program that helps children develop their own opera. It's really fun, and it is very engaging, and it teaches classical music to children at a very early age and gives them the confidence to express themselves through that art. The Grace City Opera Theater is committed to our community and we perform for the community 4 times per year. And these performances provide education about opera and allow the audience questions and answer periods. Some operas will be updated to bring the story into today's world. And lastly, our public performances. The Opera Theater will perform 1 African American or African descent opera per year. Granted, it's been a little different this year because of COVID. These performances will have a donation process for the audience. The donation amount will be set by the opera company. Performances will take place in a venue that can accommodate staging and theatrical performance. In addition, the company will perform concerts, oratorio, and opera scenes concerts as a part of a regular season. We're grateful at the Grace City Opera Theater for our donors, for our sponsors, and we know that without our community support, that we can't bring the works of African American and African descent composers and artists to the world around us. They are truly artists who are underrepresented in the world of classical music, and it is our mission for them to have more exposure and for everyone to enjoy the art. Thank you so much. I will turn over to Claudia for our closing remarks.
Yes, again, thank you, everyone. I just wanted to say one additional thing about the Opera Roots Create an Opera program. We have 2 portions of that program. It allows the young people indeed to express themselves creatively using their broad and imaginative skills to create an opera work and to perform that. But we have our first age group is 5 to 21 years of age. And then the second age group is 21 years of age and older, as we have aspiring musicians and singers and vocalists who may not have honed in on their gift, but now have decided that they want to. And of course, the demographic for that is African American students and adults in underserved communities who wish to explore the genre of classical music and the origins and history of African American and African descent classical composers and singers. College students are also offered an opportunity to earn college credit while working with the Grace City Opera Theater as an unpaid intern. So we want people to keep that in mind, because all of the experience that we can give people and all of the opportunities that we can offer the community at large is what we do here at the Grace City Opera Theater. And we are very glad to do it. Once again, thank you all so much for joining us. Congratulations to all of the awardees. You all are phenomenal, phenomenal women. And I will absolutely be mailing our 2 out-of-town awardees their awards tomorrow. So you will have those shortly. I'm going to be in touch with all of you because I know that all of us will be working together in the future. So have a wonderful rest of your Sunday evening, and thank you so much for joining us this evening.